Well, hello there and welcome in. I'm Mary Sue and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing day 7 of our Aquarius season 30-day challenge. We'll start with the daily reading and then we'll go to the challenge activity afterwards if you'd like to join us. And the link for the Aquarius season 30-day planner is in the description box below. So please check it out if you'd like to join us. All right, so let's check in. Let's see what Spirit has in store for us today. What message is coming across? Faith. We had this actually yesterday. It is, I feel like there's a little bit, we're coming up on that new moon in Aquarius on the 29th on Wednesday. You know, this is a little bit of this energy of having a leap of faith, trying something new and not being concerned of where that outcome will how that outcome will come to be, or if that outcome is exactly the way that you want it to be. It's kind of like a little bit of having faith and trying something new, stepping out of your comfort zone. That message has been very clear during this 30-day challenge, but it's also the energy of, they're pointing out the number 20. This is the number 20, and 2 plus 0 is 2, and 2 is all about our sense of value in who we are and what we have to share with the world. This is a little bit of stepping out of our comfort zone, having a little bit more faith that what we have to offer to others is valuable. You know, even if we have a lot of experiences of people telling us it's not valuable, or experiences where we've had failure or disappointment in certain areas of our life, this is the energy of you are valuable. You are worthy of what it is that your heart truly desires, and to have a little bit of faith in that. Yeah, run wild. Let your inner child run forth. Both of these are kind of like allowing you to step out of the comfort zone. You know, it's the energy of the horse in the stall, a racehorse in the stall, right? At the starting gate. It's kind of like, yeah, it's time to allow yourself to run free a little bit. You know, this is breaking out of, and that's been very kind of coming up in the fact that we try to keep ourselves safe because of perhaps you know, people in our life, especially in childhood, that may have wanted us to stay safe, right? And understanding, you know, I shared, like, on the very first day, the fact that I used to love to ride my bike on this, you know, our road was gravel. And my mother was, after I had a couple of wipeouts, said, no, you have to stay on the sidewalk. And it totally took the joy out of it. There was a sense of thrill in knowing that perhaps the bicycle may go out of control being on a gravel road and I might wipe out, right? There was a little bit of sense of that. I wasn't fearful of that until somebody in my life said that's too dangerous. Now, I'm not saying my mother wasn't trying to prevent me from getting hurt, you know, truly hurt, right? But it is the sense that we get sometimes those messages as children that we have to conform. There is an energy of conforming instead of breaking out of that and allowing ourselves to go in an independent way. Yeah, this is, I think, with the new moon in Aquarius, this is a sense of allowing ourselves to step out of our comfort zone and say, you know, Aquarius energy is all about independence, right? So it's how can I be more authentic to myself, be more authentic to my inner child, and step out of the comfort zone. Do something a little bit differently, and it doesn't mean you have to literally jump off the cliff and make huge changes in your life. It's about taking those baby steps, stepping out of your comfort zone in small ways that help you to build your confidence in stepping out in bigger ways. Yeah, balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. We actually had this yesterday. So it's a strong message coming through that there is a sense of having a better balance. I feel like this is a sense of having better balance within ourselves. Giving ourselves a little bit of that encouragement, right? to allow ourselves to step out of our comfort zone. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, look at this. Very much divine feminine energy coming in here. The yin energy is divine feminine energy. We all have divine masculine and feminine, and here is that energy of bringing balance into the divine masculine and divine feminine within each of us. There could be a little bit of energy where you're kind of running around a little bit like a chicken with your head cut off, right? Kind of like you may be getting a lot of ideas and just kind of like trying new things, but the yin energy is allowing yourself to connect to how you feel when you're trying those new things, and not basing how you feel about what you are creating. This is very creative energy, not basing that on external factors of how other people feel about what you are creating. I love this energy because I do get a sense that there is almost a sense of mending our own inner child that helps us to also mend perhaps other relationships in our life. You know, one of the things is that when we have conflict with others, whether it's in the workplace, family, friend, romantic partners, part of the conflict, because you have mending and community. I love this. And I feel like, you know, for some of you, you are getting a message or sending a message to somebody. But one of the things that we have to realize is sometimes when we feel like we're in when we're in conflict with other people in our life, it's because we feel like they don't believe in us, right? It's think of other people in your life, and it really doesn't matter what role they play in, but people are a mirror to ourselves. Right? And so they may not even recognize that they are triggering something within you, but it has to do with having faith in yourself. So if you have people in your life, especially right now, or maybe from childhood, where you feel like they didn't believe in you in some way, this is helping you to realize that that all starts with you believing in yourself. So I feel like, because they're coming back to the number 2 there, right? How you value yourself. Because if you have, look at this. This is a spirit. This is helping you to find peace. Wow. And great achievement. This is amazing energy, because what is underneath is what is available to you. It's what your subconscious wants. And I feel like there's something that you really want to achieve, but part of it is understanding why do you want to achieve it? Because it's available to you, okay? But if you're trying to achieve something in order to prove your value to other people, or to prove your value to yourself, then I guarantee you, you're not going to find, you may still achieve it, but you won't have that sense of fulfillment, of satisfaction, of joy out of what you achieve. Okay, so that's the scenario where, you know, you're climbing the corporate ladder, you get to the very top, and then you're like, oh, this ladder is leaning against the wrong goal, right? The wrong building. This isn't really what I wanted, because you recognize, oh, I gave all my time and energy to my career, but I have no relationships. I don't have a relationship with myself. I don't have any fun. I've just been working really hard. This is the energy of understanding that if we work really hard in a certain area of our life, in order to achieve something, in order to prove ourselves, our worth to other people, right? Or even to ourselves, there is a little bit of that energy here, right? Then we're just not going to have a sense of fulfillment in it. This is allowing yourself to, because this is pretty straightforward. You have the loving woman and the yin. It's about it's about tapping into your own love of who you are, knowing you're worthy of having the life that you deserve, that you desire, right? Because you have the milestone and you have great achievement. There's something here that you really want, but with it, you want a sense of peace, right? You want a sense of joy and fulfillment out of that accomplishment. And the only way we can have that is that when we're creating, this is extreme creating energy, divine feminine energy. When we create, not out of trying to prove ourselves to other people. Yeah, I feel like for some of you may have something coming to an end here, and it could just be a belief system, right? But when you're creating because you enjoy what you're creating, right? You have a mission and purpose to it, and the mission and purpose isn't about how much material wealth you're going to gain or how much recognition you're going to gain from other people, but a sense of helping people, of serving other people. Because I feel like if you're called to this channel, out of something that is the 10 of Swords, out of something that is very difficult, okay, something that may have ended, you're finding victory. 6 of Wands, you're finding victory out of it, and the reason is because you're recognizing this is very much that energy. I put the ladder up against wanting to be a corporate CEO. I got to the top, I accomplished it, and nobody showed up for my party. It's because I have no friends, I have no family. I'm kind of like, exaggerating here, but this is the energy of understanding. It is about balance. It is about spending time on your mission, on what it is that you want to create, but it's also about having balance in other areas of your life. A true message here, and this isn't going to be for all of you, but a true message here of understanding, there is something here about understanding that, if you do acquire fame or wealth, about being generous about how you may have acquired that. Not that you didn't work hard, but recognizing other people that may have been on your path that helped you, but then also allowing yourself to step into the energy of sharing it with others, right? And this is you recognizing your creative abilities, your spiritual gifts, and allowing yourself to share those generously and in a loving way. And with that, you will acquire what it is that you are desiring, okay? Those experiences, those relationships, that material wealth, the abundance that you're wanting. But with it comes a sense of peace, satisfaction, love, right? Instead of, I got to the top, but I'm not feeling very happy in what I have acquired in my life. Yeah, especially now, that Pluto has moved out of Capricorn, because Pluto in Capricorn was very much climb the corporate ladder, climb over whoever you have to get to the top, and some of you may have even been in that type of scenario or had people in your life that were like that. Now that Pluto is in Aquarius, Aquarius is about all for the better of everyone. How can we make a better world for all, not just one person, right? And so I feel like that's where you are. Yeah. Okay, it's I'm laughing because look who pops out, the Emperor, right? Divine masculine, divine feminine. This is you coming into an energy. For some of you, I'm going to say, I think that maybe over the last 15, 16 years when Pluto was in Capricorn, right? You could have felt like you didn't fit in the world a little bit because innately, right? You didn't fit into the energy of, I want to climb the corporate ladder and I want to make a lot of money or whatever. Even if you toyed with that, right? Or that may have been a goal or something, it never was authentic to who you are. Once again, not that you don't want or deserve the material things and experiences that you're wanting in life, but it was all for, there's an energy with the Emperor that he's creating empires just to build wealth, right? Or status. This is you understanding, wait a minute, there is some benefit to being an emperor. There is. The emperor takes action. The emperor is decisive. The emperor brings in the people, right, that will help him to get the job done. The emperor has focus and works every single day towards what it is that he is wanting to work on, right? The achievement. The thing is that with this loving woman, we're tempering that. And we're kind of like combining the best of each of these energies. So the divine feminine is very creative, very dreamy, very nurturing of herself and other people, right? And then the emperor is the energy of taking these creative ideas and taking action on them, building a business out of it, right? But building a business that helps other people, that nurtures other people, that doesn't just do it to make money, okay? That there is a benefit for all when these two energies are combined. And I love that because I feel like that is what is happening. There's some type of divine timing here. And then we have the Scorpio energy with the death card. And then we have the chariot energy, Cancer energy, right? Some divine timing where there is, both of these are water signs, getting back into the emotions. Something is happening here that helps you to get back into the emotions, to see the benefit of your gifts. And maybe you've even tried to build a spiritual business or something like that with your gifts. But perhaps part of it was that you had to transform the idea of, I can't make money from my spiritual gifts because that's not spiritual. But that's not really true. We're not here to be paupers. We're here to have those experiences that we want. And to have those experiences, we also have to have money. That's how society works, right? This is a combining of the 3D and the 5D. It's about, where is your focus? Is your focus on your mission of how, in your spiritual business, of how you may try to help others? Or is the whole reason that you're creating a spiritual business or using your creative abilities just to make money? Because if it's just to make money, I feel like you're having like a little bit of an epiphany or a tower moment where you're saying, yeah, this just isn't in alignment with what I truly believe. Even if the outside world or other people in your life are telling you that. That's where this Ten of Swords is coming, right? The death of, literally, this is the death card, okay, in the tarot. The death of a mindset of thinking that if it would be a little bit like if you started a YouTube channel and say you wanted to start doing tarot readings on YouTube, right? And you started it just to make money, right? You would lose your interest in it, right? Or if I'm sure you could, you could do readings that would just attract in people that wanted to hear all about love or whatever it is, right? And then you could build this huge channel, right? But it's not based, you wouldn't have the sense of satisfaction and fulfillment innately because it wasn't really based. You weren't really trying to put forth, right, your essence of who you are through that channel, of your mission. Now, if your mission was, I want to help people through doing things like tarot readings or something, and your mission is here, right? Your mission is for your audience that you're trying to communicate to, right? Not just, I want to get as many subscribers or whatever. And I'm not saying anything wrong with having a lot of subscribers, right? But it's the essence of, what is your mission? Is your mission based in just making money? Or is your mission based in, I'm trying to help other people on their path? And in that, I'm also going to be able to acquire the material wealth that I want to have the experiences that I want during this lifetime. Yeah, there is that mentality out there. Oh, if you're spiritual, you have to be a pauper. That is definitely changing, right? Because we're not really meant to be paupers. And I feel like, once again, so many of you that are drawn to this channel have spiritual gifts that maybe you have been a little bit hiding or afraid to step into and afraid to share with others. Thinking of when you're sharing your gift, you are sending out energy, right? And the flow is for energy to come back to you in the form of a financial abundance, okay, or a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy, a sense of connecting to other people. It can come in a variety of different ways, but not to feel as, well, if I have a gift, I just have to put it out there, right? I'm just sharing it and not really keeping the flow of energy going. Because when you feel like you only have to share it, that is all you're meant to do is share it, then it stops. So you're sharing, but it stops. You're not getting filled back up at all. And that is what this yin energy is understanding. You know, it's kind of like one of the things I loved about teaching was when children would have that aha moment, right? I would work all day just to have a child go, aha, right? It's kind of like that sense of fulfillment in that, allowing yourself to be open to receiving either abundance in love, joy, fulfillment, or financial prosperity. Yeah, because I feel like here, some of you are recognizing that you are blessed. You do have some type of spiritual or creative energy that you would like to share with the world. But we have the Seven of Swords, right? Letting go of the Seven of Swords is self-sabotage of thinking, right? Of thinking, okay, I'm doing this only to build a financial a business, right? Or I have to just share it and not expect anything in return. This is the energy of no. We combine these, because here's the thing. If you don't allow yourself to receive something back, then what happens is that you really get burnt out. That is when we get burnt out. That is when we're just kind of like, well, I can't do this. I'm just going to go back and do something different, or just give up, right? We just give up. So it's a fine balance, right? And that is the key here. It's a fine balance. And it's something that I think maybe we have to work with every single day, is understanding it's a fine balance of the divine masculine, divine feminine, of really and truly making sure that we're staying in the emotions, the passion of why we are doing something, the why, the mission, our soul purpose, right? Our life purpose, and not like falling into the just the financial gain of something. Wow, this is a beautiful message. It really is, because this is having faith in what you have. And some of you may not be sharing your spiritual gifts, your creative abilities, because you're afraid you can't make money on it. It's not going to support you. But your spirit guides and angels will want you to be supported. They really and truly, the universe does not want you to be lacking. So it's an energy of believing that in yourself, believing that you can share your gifts and allow yourself to receive back from the universe the same that you are putting out there. Wow, beautiful energy. All right, so let's pull a soul truth card for you. For some of you, if you're feeling like it's not a spiritual essence to you, there is a little bit of that divine counterpart coming through here. And even if you are, relating to finding that balance within yourself of the divine masculine, divine feminine, I think it also, keeping in mind, helps us to come in alignment to our own divine counterpart, our soulmate, to join us on the path. That person can't come in until we have this balance within us. Otherwise, what we're doing is attracting in somebody that is if you're in this energy and they're in this energy, it's a good combination, but it creates toxic energy between the two of you, a sense of codependency. When you both have this energy within you, this balance already, then when you come together, that balance just like magnifies. So for those of you that are looking for a business partner or a romantic partner to join you on your path, one of the best things to focus on is having this balance within yourself, right? And for a lot of us, that means that we have to be independent for a while and build this within ourselves, right? Before we can then combine with our divine counterpart. Yeah, what else could this mean? Yeah, there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping out of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Yeah. And once again, I feel like for some of you, we started off with that, right? The energy that you're wanting other people to validate your worth, right? The number 20, which, is the number 2. So it's kind of like understanding that when you are being triggered by other people, asking yourself, okay, how does this reflect in myself? What it is that I truly believe about myself, right? It's not really about what the other person is saying about you. It's really about how does that help me to understand myself better and to do this deeper healing so that I can bring myself into a greater balance within. The balance is the energy here. So it's finding a way to bring that sense of balance back into yourself. Okay. And one way we can see where we can work on that is by looking at how other people are triggering us. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you will join us for the challenge activity. It's coming right up, but I will see you tomorrow. Much love and light. Bye for now. Well, hello to the 30-day challenge activity. This is day 7. So if you have the planner, once again, the link to that is in the description box below. It's totally free, so you can just download it and use it for the whole 30 days. I also wanted to remind you that it has that calendar. Please be logging your inner child daily activity, where you're spending some time, 5 to 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long, but every single day, somehow allowing yourself to reconnect to your own inner child, to find that sense of love and joy just in 5 or 10 minutes, right? And my favorite really has been turning on music and dancing. It is like my go-to. And the weather, I love to get outside, but the weather really hasn't been very good where I live. So that has been my go-to lately. So I'd love to hear in the comments what you are doing, but let's go to what our message is today. So the theme is definitely balance, okay? Allowing ourselves to find balance to maintain harmony in relationships, and especially that our relationship with ourselves. So it came out strong, right? We have the divine masculine and feminine, keeping in mind that we all have divine masculine feminine energy within us. Once again, the divine masculine is all about taking action, being productive. It's the doer part of us, right? And that is important. It is the way that we actually make money. We wouldn't really, if we did nothing, we really wouldn't produce much. And it's not that the emperor or the divine masculine is evil, because it really does help us to get things done. But sometimes we can be in that energy too much. And in that case, then all we're doing is focusing on making money, getting things done, and we're losing touch with loving ourselves, taking good care of ourselves, and nurturing the other people that are in our life. This is the energy of, okay, the divine feminine is also the dreamy part, right? The intuitive part of ourselves, the creative part, allowing ourselves to tap into that. That's why doing the 30-day challenge and tapping into getting back into your joy, even for 5 or 15 minutes, it helps us to unlock our intuition. It helps us to reconnect to that little child within us. So allowing ourselves to have these dreamy moments. This is being, this is doing, okay? But we have to be for a while, right? We have to, this is heart-centered. We have to get out of our heads, get a little bit dreamy, but then allow ourselves to make a plan and to take action on it. I also I just got this message, and it's so true. I wish I had said it earlier. This is Pisces energy. This is Virgo energy. Okay, so Pisces energy is very intuitive. It's very loving. It's very dreamy, very creative. Okay, and the North Node just moved into Pisces, and the South Node just moved into Virgo. And Virgo is all about structures, habits, daily routines that help us to be more in tune and focused on where we're going and what our mission is and how we're going to get there, right? So I feel like this is once again that energy of reminding us that it's a balance of allowing ourselves to dream, have our mission, understand what it is that we want to put out into the world, but also to get up every day and take action on that, to have a sense of routine. Now, the other thing is that with the Virgo South Node, excuse me, it is about allowing ourselves, okay, and this message is coming in because we had this, what else could this mean, right? This sense of being overly critical with ourselves or others. A sense of wanting people to be perfect or think we're perfect, or we expect ourselves to be perfect, or a situation to be perfect before we take action on it. This is allowing ourselves to move out of that energy, to understand that everything may not go perfectly, right? Every relationship or situation, but it's about how can we get back into the loving part of that relationship or that loving part of ourselves to have a better relationship, either with our inner child, ourself, or with others. Yeah, there's a sense of really and truly combining the two forces. Okay, so for our journal activity today, I think it would be really helpful for you to take a few moments and ask yourself, what are your dreamy, your Pisces strengths? Okay, what are the dreams that you have when you allow yourself to sit back and relax and get into that dreamy state? What are some of the things that you would like to experience in this life? What are some of the gifts that you have that you would like to share with others? If money wasn't an object, this is one of those, right? If money wasn't an object and you're not going there. It's not about how can I make money on this, or I can't do that because I don't have the money, right? This is very dreamy. Think big. We're in Aquarius season. Think big. What would you really and truly like to experience? How would you like to help other people with any of your creative abilities, your spiritual gifts? What would you like to do to make a difference in the world, right? That is the Pisces energy. Now, allow yourself to make a list of the strengths that you have, right, that are more in the Virgo line of organization, structure, right? These are also tangible resources that you may already have or you could tap into, okay? So it could be, financial. It could be financial, but it can also be maybe networking with other people that also have tangible resources or skills that you could tap into, right? You could use, you could negotiate with, right, in order to help you to have your dreams come true. What are some of the things that you could do on a daily basis, right? So it's a little bit interesting because when we started the 30-day challenge, I said, you know, part of it is you're just building the habit of showing up for yourself every day. What are some other ways you could show up for yourself every day? You know, this is about, are you exercising? Virgo is all about health and wellness, right? Are you exercising every day? Are you eating nutritiously? Are you sleeping, right? Are you doing those things to take really good care of yourself, right? It's not about just giving yourself a bubble bath. That would be a little bit of this, right? the emperor is somebody that shows up every single day and does certain things in order to keep let's think your body is the corporation, right? To keep the corporation running. This is a little bit of energy of understanding, okay, what would I like to do? And what do I already have? It's not about, oh, well, I have to go find blah, blah, blah. It's really about, what do I already have? What can I change in my daily schedule that would help me to be more of a creative, right? More of sharing my spiritual gifts with others. Maybe you're actually combining these two and starting a side hustle, right? Maybe you've always wanted to write a book, but you never spend any time writing it. Maybe you talk about it, maybe you dream about it, right? This is, okay, I'm carving out 15 minutes every day to work on my book, to write, right? It's about combining these, taking action on your dreams. That would be taking action on your dreams, because that is the balance. If we only dream, okay, then we don't get anything done. And if we're taking action, but we don't have a heart-centered dream behind it, then we're taking action. We may accomplish a lot, but it really doesn't mean anything to us. This is combining it, having balance, and really and truly believing in ourselves and that we can accomplish what it is that we truly desire. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.